It's the NFL on EA Sports.
We've got J.K. Dobbins.
He's one of the highest scoring backs in the league, ranking 5th in rushing touchdowns. It's the Chargers and the Colts on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right? He got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
Richardson going right to the air. He'll drop this down to 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, we're definitely in time. You know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he's up to the 43. Play action. Now Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Richardson looking to throw. And Woods has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Again, it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Joseph's got it. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And Diggs has it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's second down. The Chargers at 13-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Hassan Haskins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That complete to Downs. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He finds Taylor, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. Marched to get... And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw this. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a short one to Gesicki. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown Chargers. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's 21-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a
touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Godwin with career touchdown number 60. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Herbert now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts set to take over here offensively. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson sliding out of the pocket. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Richardson out of the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Richardson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now Richardson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Now it's Richardson.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Herbert off of play action. Touchdown, LA! 37 yards.
And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Again, it's Taylor.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now this taken in by Downs.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Here's Herbert. It's complete to Diggs.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Dobbins trying the left side.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And Sharp calls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that last throw is going to be a big one, folks. Something many of us didn't think we would ever see. It moves him past the 6,000-yard mark in passing for a single season as his remarkable campaign just continues to get better and better.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the 50, here's Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an...
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for the...
The Charger drive about to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. A handoff. Haskins try the right side.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to throw. Richardson.
That complete to Downs.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6. Richardson working from the gun. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now Richardson yet again. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Chris Godwin
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Haskins with a run to begin the drive.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run for Haskins. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Give to Patterson running to the right.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. From the gun, it's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Richardson.
Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they